Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and thank you for joining another scene for LWoD Darkness, Rage across New York. This is a follow-up scene, but not directly following up after a explosive scene between Talatahine and Eric Skavgard. It is effectively the next day. Eric has completed his rounds and slept at the base of the tree, Yggdrasil, in the Bronx, and he has actually come back to the Sept to where he actually goes about helping with taking care of certain responsibilities around the Sept. Maybe helping some kinfolk move several large pallets of things, across the Sept or what have you. And basically, he's just walking back and forth doing these various things, usually alone. With several loads of items, so to speak, and that's how we'll begin our scene.
And as Eric is walking around with some heavy stuff like a Truget, Latahin is on her way to the Shrine of Bear to provide it with a daily offering of fish. Been doing that for like one fish a day every morning. And or well, in this case it's not necessarily morning, but she notices the get, stops for a moment, and then decides to walk up and at a distance where she will make sure that he can see her, but she's still at a respectable distance. She will flop over.
Yep. Eric will see her approach, and he will actually stop, gently tilting to the left and the right, setting down the items that he was carrying, and he will walk over to her, and since she is flopping, he will look upon her for a moment, and then just tap her on the neck, and then he will stand, and he will tell her to stand and turn.
And she'll stand, probably not even reaching his chest. She's tiny. Her gaze is still lowered at the ground.
So what was your problem yesterday? What's going on? To be honest, you're the second person to seem to have some kind of issue with me upon meeting them or something like that. I don't get it. Like, I understand there might be some issues between us existentially, but what is it? I'm actually kind of interested.
She seems to mule over her words for a bit. It's not your person I have an issue with. And although I stand behind my actions, it was not my intention to hurt you.
And he holds his finger up. If you stand behind your actions, then there's no need to apologize, or whether you mean to hurt me or not, it happened. You don't need to apologize or anything about that. You don't see me apologizing for doing what I did to you. Stand by your actions and have confidence. In fact, lift your head and look at me.
And she'll do so, with her very blue eyes looking into his probably equally blue ones.
And she can see he definitely has a predatory nature about him, but he doesn't seem to take offense when she looks at him in the eyes because he actively told her to. And then he lowers his hand and lets her continue.
The situation got out of hand. And I forgot my place. I apologize, and I submit to those in higher station. Do what you must do.
And he just tilts his head at her. Brings a hand up to where it was his beard. It seems to be effectively clean. It seems to be like a absent-minded type of action, and then he kind of realizes what is not there, and kind of like suddenly stops. It seems really awkward for a second.
Tatooine will not smile at that. And it's not because she's trying to hide it. It's just she does not consider it funny where others might have.
Yeah. And he considers, after straightening his posture and stuff like that, and he just simply nods. I did what I did. I throated you yesterday. I don't see no reason to continue to punish you. You've come to me with respect and honor, and I accept that.
She'll give a short nod.
Well, judging by the way that things went down, how's your stay been here? How's your stay been here so far?
It is difficult.
Why? What's your thoughts on why?
There are many here that I've been learned to distrust. And now they are all here, and I need to learn from them. I am confused by that.
Mm.
But my elders told me to stay here. So I will.
I will tell you, when I first arrived here, my home sept back in um, Scandinavia, the sept of the Marauding Hills, it's much more militant than this. One that you're probably familiar with as well, coming from where you come from. And upon arriving here, it was definitely not the type of atmosphere that I was raised in.
This
I had
place is confusing. Apologies.
It's confusing now, but you'll learn to adapt. You will learn because you need to, or if not, you'll die. It's as simple as that. You see where we're standing in the middle of, and he kind of opens his arms, showing the cityscape around him like a wall or a cage.
She'll shiver with disgust at that.
Take what you can take, learn what you can learn, and filter out the rest. You don't have to be anybody's best friend.
I have no desire to be. But I was disrespectful, and that is not the Wendigo way.
You were. You were definitely disrespectful, but you came correct. And that's what matters. You realized what you did and you rectified it. Now, whether that happens again is on you, but you'll learn either through your own wisdom or pain. Both are good teachers.
She's a glasswalker.
Pain?
Yes.
She is. She is also my packmate, and I'm a good Fenris. I trust her with my life. She is definitely saved mine. It's just the way of things.
It's a strange place where all tribes are, all Garou try to be each other's best friends. We're not here to be friends. We're here to fight a war.
I can't fault you on that logic. But as when you fight, the people that you fight with tend to become your comrades. There's some kind of bond that just seems to happen in combat. I know you're just a cub. I don't presume that you have experienced much in that way, but in time you will learn. You do earn a certain amount of respect, and you tend to give it as well. As long as you maintain that, then that should be enough.
I guess. I don't have any right to demand or to receive any form of respect. It is not my place in the nation.
Not right now, but
Not
as
ever.
you, what do you mean?
And she holds up her hand. You can clearly see the webbing in between it.
And he simply nods. Ah, well, you are not to blame for what life you came into. It's simply not your fault. And whoever your parents were simply had a lapse in judgment.
More than one, as I've been told.
Hmm. But with this set, you will find that as long as you show strength and honor and respect, that you will gain a tier. I have seen it before with others that are just like you. They became the heart of the sept, in fact. Now, I'm not saying that has to be you, but you can become what you want. Use it as you will.
As you do not know what I want to become, I very highly doubt that.
You can tell me.
I want to become Wendigo.
And becoming Wendigo, meaning you have to show strength. What else?
It's not that simple.
Then tell me what I'm missing. Enlighten me.
Why? You are a get. What would you care for the Wendigo?
I'm telling you that I'm willing to listen as I am interested. I am Get through and through. It runs in my blood. But I'm still willing to listen as what you want to be. I'm being respectful to your wishes. I am not denigrating Wendigo, despite the bad blood between the tribes.
Which is the reason why I will never be a full Wendigo.
And that's why you're already defeated. Because you said you are. You haven't even really tried yet. You still have much in the way to learn and to prove yourself and let the spirits sing.
Even if I were to be accepted by the Wendigo, by its totem, I will never be fully Wendigo. That will always hang over me. Because as you are a get, so is part of my blood. And she'll look at him very closely for that reaction. See if he
Um,
gets it.
he, I mean, he doesn't seem to be. I guess he doesn't seem to
Hmm?
be phased by it. Like,
It's just more than fair.
yeah, it kind of maybe it just goes over his head. Unless you want me to P&E and see if maybe he'll pick up something.
If you want to throw a P&E,
Sure, I'll try. Because the player is tired and dumb. No, no.
trust me. Oh no. No, it's. Let's see. Oh no. So yeah, make of it what you will.
Yeah, he just won't pick it up.
More than cool. As she looks at him, she stops herself from shaking her head.
Listen, I'm telling you that whatever wall or whatever you think is going to hang over you, with the kind of attitude that you have, you're just gonna, let it be defeated. Who says that because nobody else sees you fully as Wendigo doesn't mean in your heart that you truly believe you are? Wendigo chose you for a reason. Who else is to say that you're not Wendigo?
I am not yet chosen.
I'm saying if he does, I'm sorry.
Right.
And if they have a problem, then they can take it up with him.
The one good thing about your tribe I've learned is that you're always straightforward.
He ain't trying to waste nobody's time. Just say what you gotta say and get it out. There's no reason to beat around the bush.
If I would do that, I'd have to set more beards on fire.
And he just chuckles loudly at that. It is what it is. I acted in the way I acted, you acted in the way you acted. It's just the way things go. You were
So,
trying to try and defend yourself, and which is admirable. You didn't know what I was going to do. Sometimes you have to stand stalwart to the opposition in front of you, but still, when it comes to your elders, you need to remain respectful and do as they say, and try to act accordingly.
I did.
You have.
In no way or shape or form had I disobeyed an order.
Hmm. Maybe not. Maybe the rage had gotten to me, my passion. He considers this for a minute. Talatehi and I apologize.
Good roll willpower of that? Because she seriously has no clue how to deal with that. Oh, she fails. You can read the confusion off her face. She starts to, with her new boots that she got from Ping and her new fine clothes, she kind of starts to shovel in the earth, looks only at the ground, and seems genuinely distressed by this.
And he kind of just lifts a finger to scratch at the side of his cheek, like, what the fuck? Are you okay?
Yes.
Look, I am not above apologizing if I might have acted in the wrong manner.
You're a higher station. You're a Homid?
Mm-hmm. I am of higher station. I'm Hamid, but I still make mistakes. It's not that big of a deal. At least not to me. I am not that. I take pride in my rank, but I am still not above simple gestures of respect. That is part of the litany. Respect those of lower station. Being an Arun, it is my responsibility to keep my anger in check. And considering my history, you were due an apology.
No.
Hmm?
No apology needed. Eric Raya. She's still frantically shoveling with one of her boots in the ground.
And he just points at her foot. Fair enough, but what the hell? What's wrong? Tell me what's on your mind.
You shouldn't apologize. Doesn't make sense. It's not right.
Maybe not right to you. Look, I'm okay with it. But that's all that should matter to you. And let it be that. It's not like I'm sitting here begging for your forgiveness for what I did. Just accept it and move on.
Permission to leave, Eric, Raya.
He just gives her like a look, like kind of half concerned, half questioning, and he kind of just looks around, and then he just gives her a nod, and with his hand, he just lightly just flicks his wrist with his fingers and says, "Go."
And take a couple of steps backwards. Looks again very confused. Are all get like this?
Like, she asking that?
Yeah,
Like this? What do you mean?
like you.
Are you asking it in a negative context, or
Sorry?
like, are you asking this because you think I'm weak?
You're
Because I just said
confusing.
I'm. Hmm. And then he
I
just
thought
simply,
get.
you thought, get what?
They're bad people. They didn't question, they just murdered. They came and they took our place. And
That's the funny thing about history when your people are telling it to other people. Who knows really what happened on both sides? As I understand it, both of our both tribes have done equal amounts of fucked up shit to each other. I am not my people of old. I have my own mind, my own strength. I do with it with what I will. And anybody who wants to challenge that knows what they need to do. I will die fighting for what I believe and how I want to think.
she stares, not at his eyes, but at him for like maybe 10 seconds or so.
Mm-hmm.
You are. I thank you, Raya. And she'll take a couple of steps backwards, and at an appropriate distance again, she'll turn around and kind of half run away, almost.
As she runs away, he'll just yell, "Ancestors guide you, cub."
And I think that we can end this small follow-up scene.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, player, for playing, and thank you, watchers, for watching. Wow. And we'll see you later. Have a good night.
Bye.